Okay, good morning. Just gonna jump into things on the log today. The aggravated assaults have got, one of them was a shooting that happened, and this was late on Saturday, Saturday night. It was about 11:30 p.m., and it happened, we believe, in the near 12th Street and Summit Avenue. We're still working on kind of what led up to it, but sounds like there was some type of, I guess maybe disagreement between a couple of guys. One of them, it was a man and a woman, went to that location to confront the man. The man then pulled out a gun and ended up shooting the other man in the arm. No life-threatening injuries on that. Everybody kind of scattered after that. So no arrests have been made. We're still working on trying to piece everything together. Most of the other aggravated assaults are domestics. A lot of people threatened, no serious injuries on those. The arson, that was a couple of couple of garbage cans that were found on fire in a park. The burglaries are reports, really nothing of note out of the disorderly conducts. Frauds, ID thefts, mostly. The indecent exposure was a person that was urinating outside. Larcenies didn't have a chance to get to. I didn't hear of anything big on those. Sex offenses are all reports. Nothing suspicious with any of the unattended deaths. The vandalism's really nothing concentrated in any area. And the one weapons violation, that was some shell casings that were found. That's it. The homicides, nothing new with those investigations. The missing person, nothing new with that. Still looking and still working on all of those cases.
So you guys know who shot who at that 12th and Summit?
Well,
I guess I'm just wondering, is there a suspect?
yeah, I mean, there, no arrests have been made, but we're working on identifying the suspect at this point. So that's, so I said we're a little, we're still working on the details on what happened, what led up to that. Obviously, that part of that is the involvement and who the people were and what their relationship was, or if there even was a relationship. So those are all things that we're still working on. We're making progress in that, but at this point, no arrests have been made.
So just still early on in the investigation,
Right.
piecing the pieces of the puzzle together.
Yep, that's exactly it.
In terms of the missing man, Tyler Weathersby in Sioux Falls, what kinds of like search efforts specifically, like by police, are still being made to like look for him right now?
Well, if we do a search, it's usually based off of information that we've learned. So we just don't organize random searches because we don't have specific information where a person may be. But if we have that information, you know, if a person is in a particular area or, you know, was in that particular area, then we would certainly organize a search. But when we have just a missing person case like this and know that they left a home, we don't have an idea of where they went or where they may be. And so it's really difficult to try to organize a search when you don't have any area to concentrate that search in. So we really haven't done any searches. I think there's been a couple of times when we've utilized our drones to fly and check different areas, but it's really based off of information that we learn through this investigation. And so that's really kind of what drives everything, is what we learn from that investigation.
Is there any suspicion of foul play with this yet, or no?
Right now, we have a missing person report, yeah, and so we're investigating as such. If there's, through this investigation, if things change, and we believe there's a crime that may have been committed, then the focus of our investigation may change as well.
City Council tomorrow is going to go through a couple of ordinances regarding behavior downtown. One of them is an amendment that will discuss behavior regarding alcohol, particularly in the libraries, the Siouxland libraries, particularly downtown. First of all, I guess, is it legal to have alcohol in the libraries, any of the libraries in the city, do you know?
Off the top of my head, I don't know that. I would guess it probably is if they're looking at changing the ordinance about that, but I don't know specifically.
What kind of complaints or arrests get made regarding alcohol or people with alcohol consumption in the libraries?
That,
might lead to
I'll
this
have to do some
ordinance.
checking on that. I mean,
Okay.
off the top of my head, I don't know. I hadn't heard anything. I just heard that they were discussing this ordinance change. I guess I don't know the background behind it. I know there are times, we have different officers that patrol, areas, including the libraries, and I know there are alcohol issues there. I haven't heard any, that's why I have to do some checking, so.
Sure.
I don't know that it's been people drinking, but this ordinance change would lead me to think that that is, but I know we've had issues with intoxicated people in there in the past. Where they're consuming the alcohol, I'm not sure on that, so
Okay.
I'll have to see what I can do to find some answers for you on that.
Okay. Has there been a heavy amount of complaints that would lead the police to at least feel like perhaps this ordinance would be, to
I,
prohibit alcohol being
yeah,
necessary?
I don't know
Okay.
that, yeah. Anything else? Okay, thanks.